Hey guys, Alex here, and welcome to a sort of squad builder series I'm doing. Basically, it's two series in one. I'm going to do the best possible teams and 8 set of nations. So basically, I'm going through every single letter of the alphabet and choosing a nation from it. So basically, today I'm going to do Australia. I could have chosen between Australia or Algeria, but I can imagine someone else doing Algeria. So I decided to do Australia, and then next time I could do, let's say, Bosnia or Belgium, etc. So you get the point. And so basically it's 2 in 1. So I'm going to make the best possible. So in goal, enough of me talking, has got to be the one that probably everybody would know is Mark Schwarzer. He's 41 years old. He was average for me. I only played three games with this team because everybody ran out of contracts, so I had to do it really quickly, and I had to put bronze contracts on them. So this guy was average, apart from he did the stupidest mistakes where I can imagine, okay, most goalies do this, but it's where they like run out and then they stop and they don't do anything and just let the goal player run past. It really aggravates me when they do that. Anyway, centre backs is Rhys Williams. This guy was pretty solid. Same with the other centre back, which you may have seen. He's got 71 defending, 71 physical, and 69 pace, which is good for silver. And I found him very good to play with. He was solid. To be honest, all of the defenders were solid. The reason I didn't. The part that let me down was the strike force. I don't know why. You'll see in a second. And right centre back is Chris Hurd. I think, yeah, Chris Hurd. He's got high defensive work rate, which is good. 75 pace and 80 physical. He's got a little less defending than Rhys Williams. But this guy like switched roles with Rhys Williams. So he was the guy that ran back, and Rhys Williams was the guy that stopped the ball. So they worked together really well. The goalkeeper and both of them, he got a good link with him as well. Right back, this guy was average. I think it's was Luke Wilkshire. He was average because he's only got 70 pace, and I like my right back and left back with good pace. Unfortunately, he has 70 pace, but last year I saw he had like 85, 6, so he's had a massive downgrade, I'm sure. Yeah, so I wouldn't really recommend buying him. You know, it's the best possible. And the next one we've got Jason Davidson for West Brom. This guy was pretty good, to be honest. He was faster than he was, and he had better defending, because he just ran down the wing and just sweeped it into the striker that you'll see later on. He was pretty good. I'd say he's a bargain buy for what he is. And the second goal player we've got is Marian Jedinak. This guy was really good. He was a solid player. He reminded me of Sergio Busquets, a really cheap version of him, because he doesn't have the pace, but he's got really good physical and defending, so he can stop the ball. He doesn't really run forwards that much, so he just applies the balls to the strikers. He was a really good player, and he did get an assist for me. So I do recommend buying him if you're going to make a cheap Premier League team. And I see him loads anyway in Premier League teams. Next up, we've got a centre mid, and he is called Matt Mackay. This guy was alright. He was sort of different to Marianne. Like, this guy's got more pace, and he's got high work rate. He was just like the guy who was box-to-box midfielder, and he did pretty well at his job. Even though he hadn't got the best shot and the best defending, he was sort of the guy that made the passes and run up and give support to the defence and attack. So I'll say get him if you're going to make an A-League team, because he was pretty good. Next up, we got one of the best players in this team, and that was Robbie Cruz. Basically because he had good pace and 4-star skills. He was the only player to have 4-star skills in this team. So I abused it because you know me, if you watched my previous videos, I do quite a bit of skill. So I needed some skill, and this guy was pretty strong. He wasn't really strong, but he had good balance, so he could actually weave in and out of defenders. Anyway, centre attacker mid, we got a guy that let me down, but he actually did really good in game, and that was Dario Vidosic. He was fast, but his shot was so bad. Like, I had so many one-on-ones with him where I just skied, went past. It's probably my finishing, because I know this FIFA is more manual, but yeah, I don't know what to say. He scored 2 goals and 1 assist, so I don't really know. He's one of these guys that I thought he did shit, but then he did amazing in game. Anyway, we got another one, Joe Leckie. Matt Leckie. Okay, I'm sorry. This guy's got 90 pace. He's just a pace abuser, really. Ran down the wings and just sweeps it into the defense. As I said again, the striker you'll see in a second. Obviously, you haven't seen the main man, because I'm guessing he is a centre-mid normally. Yeah, and he hasn't got the best of shot, but he's got good dribbling as well, so he can cut back in and have a shot. And striker, as I was talking about, is Tim Cahill. Originally, this guy was a 69 rated, but he demanded, I'm not sure it was him, but someone like TA demanded him to be a higher rated or something like that. so he didn't move up to a 74 rated. And the reason I put him up there, 99 jumping. Even though he didn't have the best of pace, every other player for Australia was shit, like striker-wise. So I had to put Tim Cahill up front. He didn't have the best of pace, but I just crossed it in, tried to cross it in and then get it to Tim Cahill. And sometimes I just swap it for this guy. He's 3k, Rukavistiti, I'm not going to pronounce that. The guy too. He's got 91 pace. He's so lanky, but he's just so quick. And 2 goals, 1 game, and 2 goals and an assist in 1 game is pretty good for me. So if you are making a Bundesliga team, buy him. So you may see him score, so I may have swapped it like that. And haven't got full chemistries because of Mackay. He's only got 8 chemistry. Anyway, hope you liked this episode. I'll say 10 likes again. So into the highlights now. Bye bye. Peace.